myself and Marketa, I realized that we hadn't actually sat down next to each other with a guitar and a piano for over 10 years when we had got together, because we've kind of collaborated with each other through the years, but from a distance. Or Mara might drop into the studio when I was making a record and sing some vocals, or I might send some over, but we actually hadn't sat down and worked on any songs, and we had thought, like, we're gonna go on this tour and we're really excited about doing it, but we were like, let's have a new song to play. And so we decided to get together and try to write a new song, maybe two, that we could get behind on the tour, just to be excited about, because for bands, it's good to play new music. I know for audiences it's good to hear old music, but there's a bit of a dance there. Got right. And so when we sat down, myself and my wife and my kid, Christy, went to Iceland to visit Marketa's family, and we had the most amazing week of we planned on spending a couple of days together, and we went and spent a week, and then it turned into 10 days, and then it turned into 2 weeks. And we just sat down at the piano every day and we played, and there was a kind of that amazing spark, that thing that happens where I sat and Mara was like, well, what have you got? And I said, well, I've got this kind of a bit of a thing. And she was like, well, play for me. And I played it, and she was like, yeah, cool now. So what's the lyrics there? And I was, she was kind of finding a little harmony and teach me the chords, and then what about this lyric here? What does this one mean? And I was like, well, it's kind of, I'm sort of working on it, but it kind of means this. And she was like, well, is that true? And I was like, well, kind of poetic, kind of, And then I remembered that amazing thing that we had, which was just just calling the truth all the time, just calling the creativity into the present. No, I know it's not that it's not good enough. It's just, really, is that all you got? Come on, just this kind of a very loving, encouraging, get your shit together kind of thing. But I love it, and the kids were at school, and so we had between 9 and 1. So 9 a.m., which is not my time usually, to 1 p.m. And we were just getting a lot of work done in that time because we just needed to. And then of course Mara would go and, she would just make the most incredible lunch for her kids, and then we'd all enjoy that. And then she'd write a song after that, and then we'd go upstairs and work on that. And then she'd come down and, we were we wanted to share dinner duties, but Marketa was just like, no, I got it. She was like making 3 desserts and enough food to feed an army every day. An incredible experience. But anyway, this song kind of came from that moment. By the end of the first day, we had 18 ideas on tape, and we were like, oh my God, we're making a record, this is great. And so it feels like a lovely thing to be trying things and to be kind of being courageous with these songs at this stage. And so here's a song called The Factory Street Bells, and me and my wife and Christy, my son, we live in Helsinki now on a beautiful street, Factory Street, where all the old dockers used to live in these beautiful flats, these old flats. And there's this gorgeous church there, and the bells are kind of abstract. They're not like romantic Italian bells. They're kind of modern music. Mario reckons Sibelius may have written the. No, he didn't. You've checked. No, it wasn't. But I just said to Christy before I left, I said, every time you hear those bells ringing, it's one less hour that I'm going to be back. So that is called the Factory Street Bells, and this is for Christy, who we get to see tomorrow because we go back. This is our last night of the tour, and we're all it's that gorgeous moment where you're kind of, the romantic beauty of the tour has been just amazing. You don't want it to end, but you do want to go home. So it's that lovely moment we're caught in right now. Well, that's another day over. Go to sleep now, my son. It's a full-blown, solid gold miracle you've come. And your mother's a beauty, your dad's a fortunate man, and he'll be back to hold you just as soon as he can. And they'll come to find you come to remind you that we all play our part. Oh, now they'll come to find you, come to remind you that I'm never that far from those factory streets. And they'll be ringing those factory street bells just for you. Now the first snows are falling and the world's still brand new, and your granddad's down the seahorse with the Kaivanto blues. And the weather will test us, but will not be yet. And the pram in the hallway is about as inspired as it gets. And they'll come to find you, come to remind you that we all play our part. Oh, now they'll come to find you, come to remind you that I'm never that far from those factory streets. Oh, and they'll be ringing those factory street bells just for me and you, those factory street bells. That's another day over. Go to sleep now, my son. It's a full-blown, solid gold miracle you've come.